So this here is a little quick story, about how shit done changed, in Crippen, running around, you know, functioning and shit. When I first came on deck, when I was young, I remember this one time. I used to, we used to have to come up, get some money here and there. So I used to, we used to steal radios. Well, I didn't tell nobody about my spot. I go right the fuck over to the fucking dealership, nigga. I figured, what are the odds they're gonna fucking expect some shit like this? And I knew, so I'd go through in the daytime, see all the cars. They, young 15-year-old, they weren't paying attention. So I'd see which cars had the fucking decks in them. Later that night, I'd climb the gate and I'd swoop through, take what I wanted. So one time, I had did this shit, and I'm walking shit. I got a Blaupunkt, a Blaupunkt stereo, German shit. It's pretty high, I figured, it was worth about 150 bucks I could get for it. So I throws it in my bag, and I'm going to jump over the fence, and I'm like, I'd only been walking for like 4 minutes, but I was outside the auto dealership. I was just walking down the street. Whoop-de-whoop, woo, cops come from everywhere. This fucking white cop looked like a biker, a mustache and long, hair and shit. Put a fucking shotgun, racked it, and put it fucking jumped out the car and put that shotgun like a foot from my face. And I was so, I'd never had nobody put a gun in my face like that. So I wasn't even thinking about what I had did. I'm just like, this nigga straight up got a gun in my face. And they point the gun in my face. They ask me, and they getting on the radio. They just hold me at bay, and they on the radio, and nothing happens. They get on the radio, and the guy puts the shotgun out my face. These motherfuckers jump back in their cars and dip out. Well, see, that's the thing. That's how crazy it was at that time. There was so many crimes going on. These motherfuckers is like, oh, this motherfucker just has been over, might have did some little pet. They didn't know. They were just saying, this nigga's just where he ain't supposed to be. But they had real crime bouncing off, so they had to bounce to somewhere else. And what I say all this shit to mean is that, like, now there's not as much crime all over the place, so they're just bouncing on niggas for no reason. You see what I'm saying? In the old hood where I was born at, I just heard some shit like they trying to they literally threw some motherfuckers up out the projects for making a rap video that scared the new white people that live in that fucking city. Some shit like that right there. You see what I'm saying? Shit's crazy. It's like they say it's dangerous, but it ain't as dangerous because, it's not as wild as it used to be. I mean, you would be doing a crime and get away with it because so many other niggas is doing crimes that they ain't even got time to pay attention, so you get to walk with your little chumpies. So I knew as long as I don't try to hit nothing too big, man, I had a good shot of getting away. But nowadays, it ain't like that shit, man. There's hardly as many, licks, nigga, you could hit with all the cameras around. So niggas ain't moving around like, so as soon as you move around, it's like you get popped, So I don't know how the niggas is doing it now, but they're just making up shit now to make it look like Crippen is as bad as it was. There's no way possible. It's as bad as it was. Cops didn't even have time to chase everybody around back then. They got plenty of time now, and now they got more cops. So you gotta be careful out there, because it's a setup, man. They got plenty of officers to come get your ass. There ain't no other dudes really doing shit. So when you jump through that fucking roof of the jewelry store, nigga, they ain't got nothing else to do but send 15 units to get your ass. You ain't walking away because they got other higher profile shit to do, like back when I come in. So that's just a little something to think about. I wanted to leave y'all with. You gotta be careful out there because you're under the spotlight. And the whole plan was to get you out the land in the first motherfucking place. So You know they gonna get your ass out of here. It's just a matter of all the kind of bullshit they can make up with ways to do it. And you can see all the ways they making up, man. Just a bunch of, opera, rap stars dying, this and that. But if you look at the whole thing, nigga, it's just controlled planning, man, to get your ass the fuck up out of here. So be knowing that, and then plan your education and watch your back knowing that shit. And that's why, rolling 60, man, I don't know. I don't beef with no bloods. Nobody got time for that shit. We got a bigger enemy. You see what I'm saying? The whole system is crushing it like I'm a fucking care if you're wearing red, nigga, when the cops is chasing us both. Nah, man. It's time to rethink a bunch of shit. And crippin' is better this way anyway, nigga. I ain't gang sliding on no bloods, nigga. I ain't tripping on nobody, really. You know what I mean? I see niggas from Hoovers. I see niggas from 8 Trays, man. We just look at each other, what's up, and keep it moving. Ain't no, it's too depressing and too hard, the reality of what we're dealing with, to keep carrying that bullshit on in our hearts, nigga. Ain't nobody care about that shit no more, beefing like that, really. So that's something to know. I mean, a lot of cats want it to be as exciting as it was for their own entertainment purposes, but right here on the street, nigga, it's a whole different reality of the shit we're seeing come down against us, man. I ain't got time for no hate, man. I got time for unity, so we could bomb off on the real situation. And with that, nigga, you know what I love to say, nigga. You heard me? I'm out in the motherfucker.